All right, yeah, let's go.
I was not expecting that shit, dog. Fucking man, Mike, you crazy.
Harmon Warhol Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Harmon Warhol bringing you the Harmon Warhol Show, and I have a special guest for you. He is the Cat Dad. He is a rapper. He is an artist. He is a meditation enthusiast. He is actually a good guy with great energy. His name is Abbey James. That's a good intro.
That was a great intro, bro. Meditation enthusiast. That's a good one.
Yeah. I told you I'd make some shit up on the spot.
I like it, bro. I'm enthusiastic.
So my homie Abbey James, I've been knowing this dude for a minute, man. From baseball to high school to even just now, just rapping and just going out to open mics, doing shows, you know. But go ahead and tell a little bit about yourself. Were you born in Stockton?
I was born in Stockton.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. I lived in Lodi for like 3 years, between like 5 and 8. You know what I mean? I lived in Lodi for a couple of years when I was a baby, or toddler or whatever the fuck. But I moved back to Stockton when I was 8, and I've been here ever since. I ain't never left the city, you know what I mean? I barely even leave to visit anywhere else, you know what I mean? I just love Stockton, you feel me? So,
yeah, I feel you. Yeah. And then, just remembering you back in the day, man, no disrespect or anything, but, a little bit more like an outcast or,
absolutely.
Misfit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I was just thinking about that, you know what I mean? I kind of was, too, you know, in that sense, and it's just crazy how we meet up now, because, I remember we were at laser tag, when we were 19 or something like that over at Paul's.
That's a hell of a long time.
And your boy Ryan, or my homie too, Ryan was like, "Hey yo, campus spit," and I'm like, "Yo, no way, bro."
Nobody believes that you're rapping.
Yeah, not a way, because I never even. I remember a couple times seeing you with headphones a lot. You know what I mean? And then so I was like, you know what I mean? I know he listens to rap and shit, but no way, bro. And then you brought us to, you start rapping and shit, and then me and Yuck Nasty we're like, that nigga can rap. Damn, that shit was fucking crazy, bro. I did not expect that, because we were kind of just dabbling in and kind of getting and doing it, you know what I mean? So seeing you too, and then even then, from right then on there, man, from being I'm out of the state, and then I see you start rapping, putting stuff out there, putting yourself out there, promoting you. Now you're getting support from friends and people and everything. You got working class royalty. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this nigga is fucking doing it, bro. Putting on shows and things like that. And how did that go, man? How was all that
Man. So
from being a regular motherfucker.
Well, you know me, I was less than a regular motherfucker, because I was kind of a nerdy, not super so. I was socially awkward in a lot of ways.
Yeah, but going to that, how was it going?
Well, because it was I was
getting attention for rapping.
That's the thing, is it was and I was kind of sheltered as a kid. I didn't really I didn't drink or smoke till I was 18. You know what I mean? I was didn't do none of that. I was I didn't really go to parties. I wasn't really cool like that. You know what I mean? I played sports and I had jobs all the time. You know what I mean? Once I stopped playing sports, I always had jobs. So it was and then I started doing music, and then I don't know, bro. It's I didn't really go out in Stockton much when I was a kid or nothing. So it went from not doing shit to just everything is I'm just
popping.
It wasn't even it went from you know what I mean, no girls were fucking with me to all of a sudden it was kind of easy, you know what I mean? Hey, that's how it was back then.
I heard you better than Dr. Seuss, my nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Dr. Seuss can learn some things from me, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. No, I'm just joking. Dr. Seuss, the God. You know what I mean? I'm tripping. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be, cocky about it. I'm just being, literally, no attention. I was, you know what I mean? A very late bloomer when it comes to, all that shit. And then all of a sudden it just came all at me at once. And then it was just a matter of me, trying to fucking, you know, I also had to eat, and I also had to put, you know what I mean? I never, I had to, you know, pay my bills. I had jobs my whole life. I mean, I've had, maybe, a year my whole, you know what I mean, adult life where I didn't have a job in total. You know what I mean? I've almost always had a job. I've always, you know what I'm saying? So trying to balance, you know, my passion for music and my passion for, doing shows and my passion for like, you know, and like I just got sucked into it, like the ego, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like my ego, I was thriving with my ego, you know what I mean? Like I was the shit.
Because you had
you know
no
what I
real
mean?
ego, you know what I mean? And then once your ego started kind of eating,
it was like it just
like,
became this fucking like.
Because you thought you figured it out.
I thought everything was figured out.
Especially around that time from not having it, and then like what were you like around 21 or some shit like that?
From like 21 to like 23 was like that, like.
And you're getting like not only are you legal now to go out and shit, but people are noticing you fucking with you. Like now you're like, oh, this is what it is. I figured it out.
I thought that like I knew like I was on the bro. By the time I was like 26, I was gonna be signed and fucking, you know what I mean, like putting on.
Yeah,
but then,
especially from going like from a little bit of nothing to something, bro. Like that shit would make you feel like. I mean, I even know me. Like it was different for me because I played sports and I got noticed a lot for playing baseball and shit. So like people, so like it's not so crazy when someone comes up to me like, oh, you rap and shit. So I'm not like, oh, you know what I mean. So like I can see
you're more used to it.
I'm more used to people coming up to me like from high school to college.
Right.
So once I got out of college, if someone notices me now, it's even that much cooler because I'm like, okay, we don't have a certain like common denominator of who we know. If like, so if someone just sees me now or knows, and that's cool. So that's why I can imagine like. You know what I mean? Like that's a big ass boost because when someone comes and knows like, hey, like some people don't even notice me for music. Some people just say, hey man, like your podcast, and it gets me all juiced up.
Yeah, I can imagine, bro. Like it's always nice to be noticed for what you do, especially when it's something you're passionate about. But yeah, it was like 0 to 100 real quick. You know what I mean? And then like from like 24 to like 24 to like 26, 27, like it was like the crash of like, oh shit, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Don't nobody fuck with me no more because I went and got super egotistical, started acting hella out of pocket, doing hella stupid shit, making hella mistakes, ruining hella relationships. Fucking just like I fucking like from like 24 to 26 was just constant L's, bro. Like L after L after L after L. You know what I mean? Like it was like, and then it all culminated into when I like completely lost my mind. I'm mentally ill too. Like I have bipolar disorder or whatever. They told me that when I was 19. I didn't believe them. But by the time I was 26 and I had my eyebrows shaved and I was walking down Kettleman Lane with no shoes and no socks on, giving my socks to a bee so it could die in peace. You know what I mean? Like. I was like more aware, and then when I got arrested and put in a mental health place for a couple weeks, that was like 2016. You know what I mean? So then your boy had to like really like.
Yeah, see me, I was just out of state, just hearing some of this stuff, coming back from town, hearing it from the homies, hearing it just from random people, like, yo, what's up? And then like I remember bumping into you, and you're like hella calm, and I'm like. Yo, there's a difference, because like back before when you were kind of like getting into it and like shit, because I was fucking like, because I even remember trying to give you songs and shit, you were very particular and shit. I didn't take it as nothing because I wasn't really serious at the time. So I could see like, oh, he's serious, so let me try to give better effort for the song and shit. And he wants a certain thing out of me and everything. And then I remember like seeing you at a show with everybody, and you were very like, you know what I mean, like anxious. It seemed like
yes,
you know
very.
I mean?
Was this like 2017 status?
This was before then. This was like somewhere in like between 2014, 2015.
Oh, okay.
This is when I was coming back for the summer for Indiana, and I came back. That was like around the time Childish Gambino dropped that song with Absol and Schoolboy Q. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You were loving the Absol. You were in my car singing the Absol verse.
Probably, bro.
Yeah, I can't remember.
That sounds like me, bro.
You made fun of some people on that shit or whatever, but pretty much around that time you were very anxious, and then when I saw you back, when I moved back here, came to a show and everything, you were very calm. Very, and I was just like, yo, what's up? And I heard some things, like, you know, what's going on? You're like, yeah, people don't fuck with me, but, you know, I understand. You just had a different understanding and a very more calming approach to everything, and I was just like, oh, man. So then, like, hearing stuff from people and then, like, getting to know you more, I'm like, I get what they're saying, cause now it's almost crazy to hear that you were saying and doing some of this stuff, you know what I mean? Because the way you are now and how, you know what I mean? And that's glad that you're able to talk about it, and I'm like, I'm glad I'm able to have it on this podcast. I remember making a song with you, the song that's on my album, or mixtape, Stockton Renegade, motherfucking, what's the song? I don't know what this
Which one are you talking about?
The song.
The one where I was hella depressed?
Yeah, that one, but that was because I was depressed on it too. What the fuck is that song called? Capiche, yeah. And then like I was glad I brought you that song because, like the way when I came over here, recorded a different song with you and everything, and you telling me everything about it, all this stuff, and I was just like, damn, bro, that's a hella cool story. That's hella, like, I feel like you definitely learned from your lessons. You definitely have growth, you know what I mean? And I want to share that with people, too, because, like, I mean, I wouldn't fuck with you, bro, if I still thought, you know what I mean, you didn't have your shit, you know.
I was the same person I was.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, especially with some of the stuff I heard or whatever, but I already knew you prior before that stuff, so I always had a certain part of, like, yo, I'm going to look out, and I give them the benefit of the doubt, you know what I mean? People go through things, bro. I fucking spazzed out on people many a times, bro. And, like, don't think, like, at some of these freestyles, and sometimes I want to talk shit, too, just to talk shit if I'm drunk. But, you know, that's why I appreciate you talking with me about this stuff and everything, because I think that's great, bro. I mean, you inspire me to be, like, looking, you know, things cool, calm, and collective. You know what I'm saying? And, like, your music's definitely changed, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, like, the song you got, Meditate Every Day.
Meditate Every
Day. Drink Lemonade. Like, those are some of my favorites, bro.
Yeah.
If you want to get into some of that music or what you're doing now, you know?
Yeah, well, so, like I said, I had the moment when I got arrested and put into a mental health place.
Yeah.
Then for like 2 months after I got out of the mental health place, I realized because I thought, you know, like, I thought that, like, Bernie Sanders was working for me, you know what I mean? Like, he was, like, my pawn in this presidential game that I was working. Like, I thought, like, I had millions of dollars coming from China. Like, I thought, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, I really, like, I was beefing with Drake, like.
Everybody was beefing with Drake.
Yeah, I was beefing with Drake hella heavy, though. Like, and, like, it was, like, all real in my head. Like, I thought Drake had people, like, following me in cars, like, you know what I mean?
Did you say, like, you were getting signed with K-Dot? Fucking K-Dot?
Yeah, I thought they were sending me messages that they were gonna sign me. Yeah, like, I forgot about that. Like, I actually don't even remember that until you just mentioned it. Yeah, I thought all kinds of shit was happening. Yeah. And then, like, I got out of that mental health place, and I was just like, oh, shit, like, I was going crazy. Like, they weren't wrong. Like, these doctors that I was yelling at, like, oh, you're Russian spies or whatever the fuck. No, they were just doctors trying to help a guy who lost his fucking mind. You know what I mean?
But, like, to me, like, okay, so, like, I have family, you know, who have mental health problems, you know what I mean? Whether it's, like, fucking, like, off the wall, bad shit crazy, or if it's just, you know, depression, anxiety and stuff. Yeah. I mean, I suffer for a little anxiety for myself, you know what I mean? Yeah. But, it's, like, to me, like, from how you were before and then just the things you were going through and stuff, that just sounds like a normal person to me, bro, honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just because, like, I mean, I know your brain chemistry and then your life and perspective, that's different, but at the same time, like, for you to be living that type of life and then getting that type of attention, bro, like, anybody, like, say if anybody fucking, even if you're getting the most popular dude in Stockton, but now the whole world knows you, it's a lot of pressure, a lot of things in your mind fucking skewed and different and stuff.
Like, you know how, like, the Britney Spears thing, when she shaved her head and shit? Bro, like, I was like, oh, like, back then, I'd like, oh, that girl, like, she went crazy. I'm like, no, like, her life was probably crazier than I could ever even fucking imagine. Like, I don't even know. But yeah, so I got out of that, and then when I like, basically was, like, in my grandma's front room for, like, 3 months, not really leaving it at all. Like, I was just sleeping, and, like, I was pretty much dead to the world. And then I got but my grandparents like, okay, like, you went through some shit, but, you know what I mean, like, you gotta get a job, like, you can't just, like, sleep in, like, you know, you can't just sleep in the front room for the rest of your life, like, you gotta get your shit together, like, you know what I mean? So then I went on trying to find a job. Michael Canepa, Braxy, was actually the first dude to get me a job back. I started working at the Canepa's car wash for a little bit. But, like, I was just going through it, so it was just not, I wasn't ready, you know, and I kind of, like, dissed that job, and then I went and got another job, and then I dissed that job, and then everything kind of, and then my stepdad was landscaping at the time, and he was, like, a manager of a landscaping company, so I got a job, like, being a foreman for his company or whatever, and that job, like, stuck. Like, I, like, was doing that 40 hours a week, and it was good because it was physical work. So, you know what I mean? Like, in physical health, like, which we'll talk about, I'm sure, later, is, like very important to mental health, you know what I mean? And so, like, I started actually, like, having to do tough work.
I think it's, like, super important, bro.
Super
like,
important,
if I don't get a workout in within a week or something, bro, like, I fucking...
You start to lose your mind a little bit, huh?
Yeah, because, like, my anxiety starts raising. My fucking, I start thinking about just stupid stuff. You know, things that don't matter, you know what I mean? After I get a workout and smoke a joint, bro... Yeah. I don't even care. I just worry about things that are real important to me creatively, and then really, like, financially, like my bills or something. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like my bills or something. Other than that, like, any bullshit I'm thinking of, like, oh, he said this, or they think about me this. Right. People aren't fucking listening to my music enough. Or I'm fucking not getting enough views. People don't like me. All that other bullshit, bro. After I work out, bro. I'm
looking down like, I feel good.
Yeah, fuck what people think, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? And, like, I think that's like a big ass thing, bro. And then, like another thing that helps me too is because like my job is physical too. I'm a metal
welding,
fabricator,
right?
Welding metal fabricator, going into fitting shit now. But like it's so hands on and everything. Building stuff, you feel accomplishment. That little bit of accomplishment helps me, throughout the day. Like I'm saying, like I have like anxiety too because I just think constantly all the time.
Well, that's probably why you're an artist,
Yeah, and then if I don't channel that shit the right way, bro, like I can see me doing some of the same shit you do, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Did.
Not dude.
No, I'm just fucking.
Hey, can you grab me a beer?
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah. Dozakis, nigga, or Dozakis, nigga, whatever.
Water.
You know what I'm saying? But go ahead and start talking about the music. And
no, I know that's what I was getting to. It's like so. But I was saying like
nigga, like go to the guy.
No, okay.
I like the relationship.
Well, because it relates to what like the musical story is like. I'm just a mentalist who benefits from instrumentalists who wrestle with desolate excrement and turn it into excellence. My vision was conflicted with the way that I was living, so I shifted towards a mission that was less than I'm wishing. I'm a cat dad to a cat that met me on a bad path, on a fast track. In the past that had me on the decline like NASDAQ till I found a Dow, sacred as a cow. In the land of the Bodhi tree, meditating on the words of a prince who left the comforts of his palaces. Ever since, try to rinse my hands of desire, damned by the fire. A Leo prone to go insane, dealing with these growing pains. Grew up in the 90s where you find me sipping soda after soda yoga flame all I spit on my Street Fighter shit. Even though I'm a passionate pacifist, passive panic with a panoramic view, in a cinematic hue, with a systematic stew, where the timid have to lose and the cynics have a crew, and the critics have to spew all their nonsense just for content, never to find contentment, only resentment in a demented section where a mention is worth more to the masses than a pension. What a dimension.